You've had a very wild ride over the past, whatever, 20, 30 years. And there are a ton of things I want to ask you about. But what are you up to these days?
These days, I am definitely working on new music. I'm I'm really, I kind of I think I was too wild to stick around for a long time, and I kind of just managed to live through a lot of crazy shit, and kind of got to a point where I was like, I would like to live.
Yeah, I
and,
know the feeling.
and then then that's a whole new way of life that you have to slowly teach yourself, and to do it correctly, you got to do more than just want it.
Yep.
uh, I think every day now is just about finding inner peace and taking care of myself and mending relationships with the people that I would hide from when I was too loaded or too into my chaos.
Yep.
And I think over the years, I've really been able to. One thing you do notice, though, is when you go through that shit, who really cares about you and who's
Yep.
just there, you might, for whatever, superficial reason. I've really been able.
A lot of people that you realize were just, party buddies that aren't actually your friend at all.
Exactly. So the real ones always rise to the top. And so I feel like I have some amazing friends. I've always had some amazing friends, and I think a lot of them, I knew that they were such good friends that I hid from them,
Right.
because I was happy with the way things were going, or I knew that it would scare them. But now, all those people are coming back into my life, and I have a really good group of people around me, and I'm being creative and just kind of like a time where I'm looking back at all the craziness I made it through, and just I'm very grateful to be here. I'm grateful to spend times with my children and fix the relationships that I kind of abused. And that's about it. I'm doing that. I'm making music that I love. I'm touring. I'm not as big as I might have been at one time, or I'm not as big as I might have dreamed, but I'm also, very, very okay with the fact that 20 years into this, I can still go and I can pack rooms, and I have kids who love my music. And I think, at the end of the day, what a gift that is.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that there's anybody in the world that gives a shit about anything that
Exactly.
any of us does is fucking unbelievable.
Exactly. So I take it for what it is. And obviously, I think every song I write has the possibility of giving me another, moment, or it will be something that just my fans love, and that's okay with me too.
Yeah.
Or just that for that fact. If I love it, and or it helps me through something, I think music has become my therapy for myself. So even if no one gets it and it helps me, then I guess it's good. And if people love it, that's even better. And it's just where we're rolling now.
I mean, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but it sounds to me like really that's about humility, and how many people have basically run themselves literally into the grave by chasing that validation and ego boost, that they have that need to be validated by strangers, and they do crazier and crazier shit. And we all know where that goes.
Yeah. And yeah. And some of it, yes, a lot of it is validation, and a lot of it is just insanity at its finest. I lost so many people that did crazier and crazier shit, and I don't even know they did it for attention.
Yeah, well, that's true too. That's true. I mean, I saw you in that CBS movie, and I've known a lot of people in the graffiti world for a long time, and there's a lot of wild motherfuckers in that world who they were just born that way. That's just who they are. They're just out of fucking control.
Yeah, I just know a lot of crazy motherfuckers, and the ones that are lucky enough to live through it, I don't think they're uniquely special in any way. It's
no, it's just dodged a bullet that someone else caught a stray and you didn't.
Exactly. So there's some people that are crazy just because they are, and there's other people who might do it for attention, and whatever it is, life is precious, and I think the older you get, you look around and you're just grateful to still be here.